So here's the C section. I'll just go ahead again, as always, play the whole thing through and listen to it a few times and get it in your ear. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a cool, unusual section. A lot of new turns of phrase here. Let's check out that first bar. There's a couple of interesting things going on with our left hand. We're gonna start like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So of course we're hammering on into that first F sharp. So it's essentially that. The very simplest version of the melody would be this. But you can make it a little more interesting by doing this, hammering on into the first F sharp. And then again, the second F sharp. So you've got E to F sharp at the very top. And again, leading into the start of that second eighth note phrase. So a couple times on that bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So bar 2 is not terribly hard, but let's just loop those two bars together. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, 2, 3, 4. One more time. So nothing crazy there. Bars 3 and 4 of the C section sound like this. 2, 3, 4. I'll do that again. 3 and 4 and. And one thing Daryl's doing on this melody that dresses up that phrase a little bit is this. So on the repeat of that second F sharp, it's a little grace note pull off with your ring finger from the G. So it dresses it up a little bit. Let's loop that bar for those two bars for a moment here. 2, 3, 4. 3 and 4 and. Cool. Now, why don't we try and put that together with the first two bars of the C section? So we'll have a 4-bar phrase. It'll go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 4 and. Now we're kind of in the home stretch here. We got 4 bars of music yet to learn. Here's what those last 4 bars sound like. 1, 2, 3. So it starts out with this little descending scale pattern. So G to B and then back to G. And then F sharp to A and back to F sharp. And then on bar 6 we got this. Again with the repeating notes. So here I'll play those last 4 bars at that speed. 3 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Why don't we try and do the whole C section at that speed? So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And the repeat. So that's it. That's all the parts. Let's check out the chords to this tune. Like I said, we've been working off the version that Darol Anger cut. There was a few of us on this record that came out under Darol's name called Eanda, and one thing that Darol does really well is thinking about possibly some new chords to add to a melody that was already familiar in some other context. So he always seems to have approach things with fresh ears and see what's possible from a harmonic standpoint. That's a long way of saying he changed some of the chords. And as a sort of asterisk here in that part of the conversation, note that some people are going to play the chords closer to the Hartford version and some are going to play them closer to the Darol version. So it'd be worth, if you go to jam on it, it'd be worth having a conversation about what the chords are going to be, because there will be a little bit of deviation in some sections. Anyway, starting from the top of the tune, we're starting on a B minor chord. I'll call things out as we go. B minor, G, D, A, D, B minor, G, D, and there's an A at the end. It might be easiest to follow along on your lead sheet. Make sure that hopefully it'll be pretty explicit and deducible from that. And also, we'll have a rhythm track here so you can just practice playing your chords along with the melody and get used to it that way. If we look at the B section, we got a couple of bars of D, or a bar and a half of D. It goes like this. D. Here's G. Still G. A. B minor, F sharp minor, G, D, A. So, like I mentioned earlier while we were learning the melody, there's an interesting relationship between this note, the very first note of the last measure of the B section, and the chord. So that's part of what makes that moment interesting. And if we skip ahead to the last section, the C section, we got D, G, D again. Here's G, still G, E minor, D, G, B minor, A, and of course we would end up resolving to a D chord. So there's kind of a lot of chords going on there. Make sure you spend some time getting them under your fingers, because it'll totally affect whether you can successfully jam on this tune.